All right, how high can Solana go? And what's going to happen after this Bitcoin flush? What's the reaction for Solana going to be? We'll take a look at that right now as I've got the daily chart in front of me on Solana. To start with, I always like to go and look at the technical analysis from tradingview.com. This is the technical analysis for Solana, and I'm going to look on the 1 day. It's showing a buy with oscillators sitting at neutral, and it's still resting above the moving averages with a strong buy. That makes sense after such a drastic move it's seen the last 2.5 months. On the 1 week, we're seeing a buy again, neutral on the oscillators, strong buy moving averages. Let's take a look at the month. Strong buy on the oscillators, and a strong buy on moving averages. So everything is looking just fine for Solana. Of course, we've had this fantastic run up. Solana has increased in market cap from number 6. Last I looked, it was number 4. It may have fallen now, but I don't think it has, because anytime it was over 100, it was over number 4. So Solana is a huge coin, and it made one of the biggest runs of all crypto from October to December. It just would not stop. I think it went here. We could say we were at around number 20 in October and hit a high of 127. So 20 times 6 is 120 plus some. So it increased by 6 times plus some. Solana, especially for its size, made a fantastic run and really just led the crypto market. There's not a big market cap coin that did as well as Solana, and it's holding its gains very well. If you are in Solana, which I am not, but if you are doing very well and are very happy with your returns. We, even in December, saw this continuous rising channel, and then it broke out on the 21st of December and absolutely exploded. Let me see. I'm going to go out on the weekly. I know this is good news. I'm going to draw a fib. Let's just from this low in October to this high. Okay. How ironic. Let's take a look at this. So I just drew a Fibonacci line. I like to use that to find out if a trend has changed. We see this big run up. And I always like to use this 0.618 green line for price. If it stays above that, any price coming down to that line is just a natural correction. No need to worry about anything. If we dip below that price, then I would start wondering, have we gone from what in this case was a long trend down to a short trend? Are we falling, a bear trend, or is price going to fall? It's quite interesting. Let me go to the daily where we can see it more clearly. I have many levels here. I need to clean my Solana chart up. But it's interesting that we had this fantastic run up. This is a result of the Bitcoin flush yesterday, where there was some rumor on going out that the SEC had denied Bitcoin ETFs. Well, that is not the case. We have not heard anything substantiated yet. That was just a rumor, but nonetheless, it did some damage across crypto. If I go to the 1 hour chart, you can see these are the 2 hours the damage happened, and you can see what happened to Solana. Again, Solana took a big dive, but once again, it has recovered more than other coins. Here, let's just look at these 2 hours. Look at this big old wick and how fast price came back up that 1 hour. I was just looking at, was I looking at VET? I was looking at Doge. Look, it had a big wick as well, but it didn't recover as much. I mean, compare this wick was filled about halfway up. Okay. Back to Solana. How much price came up and formed a very small body. Solana is just absolutely resilient right now. But what I kind of laughed at was, look where price went. No, it didn't hit this line to the penny, but it gave a very good indication of this being an important price range right here. That 0.618 on the fib line fell all the way down to about that, and that's about as low as it got. You can see it more clearly here on the weekly. It's just interesting watching these levels play out again and again. So that's an important level. We'll want to keep up with that level. That's about, let's just round it off to 87. But you could call it 86.5 to 87. Since then, since Bitcoin has been pumping, you can see over here, we've gotten back up to that 44,000 level on Bitcoin right now. We'll see if that holds, but Solana is doing the same. It's kind of creeping back up. This is clearly an important level. This 104.69. It's an art, not a science. It's not going to be to that penny, although in this case it is. But this line is here because of this wick here. It was the bottom of this day. It was almost the top of this day. So this 104.69, 105, somewhere around there is going to be a critical level that Solana needs to take out next. And I have no doubt that, well, I can't say no doubt, nothing is 100% certain. And we are expecting the news out on the Bitcoin ETF sometime in the next couple of days or weeks. So whenever that comes out, it's going to move crypto one way or the other. But if there was no news we were sitting and waiting on, I have no doubt that Bitcoin and Solana would continue to creep up. Everything is showing strength in crypto. We did have a flush yesterday, but things are rebounding nicely today. Even Bitcoin is starting back up about 44,000. Solana has not lost hardly anything comparatively as high as it went. It's still comfortably above 100 right now. So I'm looking for Solana to continue up. Things could change at the drop of a hat like they did yesterday. But if nothing surprising comes along, I think Solana is going to continue to creep up. And I still think we'll look back on this time of year at the end of this year and think we were really getting a deal at 100 for Solana. There's no guarantee in that. I cannot guarantee that. I'm not guaranteeing that. That's just what I'm thinking. It's just my opinion. And we'll see how that plays out. We've got a very confused week right now. You can see on this doji, we've got a wick above and a wick below. We are where we opened, so everything is very confusing right now. That flush didn't help any out. It didn't help any, but we'll just have to see if the week can bring these prices all the way back above 105 and start carrying on. That's the next thing to watch for Solana. Unless Bitcoin just dies, I don't really have any concerns for Solana at this point. You can watch this level around 87. If it hits it again, it'll probably get bought back up. So that's your levels right there. Hope this helped. Let's see what happens with Solana. Right now, everything is resting, just kind of being patient. And so we'll continue to be patient as well. I'll keep you updated on Solana price. All right, y'all take care.